The $1.9 trillion stimulus bill passed just the other day, and I'm sure that you might have some questions, such as who gets it and when does the check even arrive? Well, I've got some questions for you. Do you understand just how much money $1.9 trillion actually is? Like, if we had $1.9 trillion stacked, how high would that stack go? If we laid out every dollar edge to edge, how far would they reach? And the most important question of all, what can we buy with it? And it's time to answer, how much money is $1.9 trillion? This is $1.9 trillion, and as you can see, that's a whole lot of zeros. So where do we even start in determining how much this is? Well, let's start with a fun one. If we took 1.9 trillion $1 bills and stacked them all the way up, how high would that reach? Now the US dollar is 0.0043 inches thick. So if we took 1.9 trillion of those bad boys and were somehow able to perfectly stack them all up, let's just say we're going to need some spacesuits, because this tower would stretch over 128,945 miles. Big number, right? But how big is 128,000 miles? Let's stack it up to the Earth itself. The Earth's diameter is only a measly 7,917.5 miles. So our $1.9 trillion stack is the size of 16.29 Earths. The largest planet in our solar system is Jupiter, which has a diameter of 86,881 miles, which our money stack still beats. What about if instead of stacking money, you're more of a laying it end-to-end kind of person? A dollar bill is 6.14 inches long. So if we do this and keep going until we hit $1.9 trillion, we would have a 184,122,474 mile-long line of dollars. We could wrap around the Earth 7,394 times. We can go to the moon over 770 times. We could even reach Mars with all our dollars. Elon Musk and NASA are trying to reach Mars with rockets. All we need is dollars, people. Now, I know what you're thinking. Dominic, there's no way this would work. Dollars are too flimsy. Well, what about quarters? $1.9 trillion in quarters is quite a few quarters. Now, being that they're 1.75 millimeters thick, if we were to get stacking, we could reach over 2 million miles. Now, while yeah, this can't reach Mars, but we can reach the moon 8.3 times. Now, if anybody from NASA is listening, please comment down below. I think we could work together on this one. All we need is about 47.5 million tons of quarters, or about 7.8 times the weight of the Great Pyramid of Khufu. So I think we spent just enough time up in space. It's time to get back down to Earth. Now, just what could we do with all this money on Earth? Do you like cars? Because we like cars. How about the Bugatti VEYRON? With a sticker price of $1.9 million, we could actually buy 1 million of these supercars. Are you more of a fan of the shiny things? Well, you can't beat gold, can you? Gold is an astounding $24,748 a pound, and our $1.9 trillion stimulus check could buy an astronomical 38,331 tons of the stuff. Now let's put that into perspective. A blue whale weighs 200 tons, and if they made a full-grown blue whale statue out of solid gold, we could purchase 191 of these, with 3 solid gold sperm whales as an added bonus. That's a lot of golden whale statues. Or do you prefer those 1 million VEYRONs? Leave a comment down below which you would buy. Also, make sure to subscribe if these numbers are just insane enough for you. Alright, so you got all those golden whale statues. Now how are you going to move them? Well, how about an aircraft carrier? Sitting at $12.8 billion, the Ford-class supercarrier is the single most expensive military asset. With all $1.9 trillion of that sweet stimulus money, you could add 148 of them to your Amazon cart. We did land, we did sea. Now let's look to the sky with the B-2 Spirit as the most expensive plane out there. For the low price of $2.1 billion, you can get 904 of these. Now, this isn't your normal looking plane though. Most people would recognize it as a stealth bomber. They only made 21 of them, but I feel with $1.9 trillion, you could probably get production back up and running. Now, if you're going, Dominic, I don't want any stupid toys, I want a good piece of property. Well, with $1.9 trillion, you can certainly buy a whole lot of land. If you look at the average cost of land in the United States, you get $3,160 per an acre. Putting all $1.9 trillion into buying property, this average price could give you 601,265,822 acres, or a spot 3.5 times the state of California. Now, rather than sink all that money into a bunch of far-flung property, what if we want just one big building? The Burj Khalifa in Dubai was built in 2009 for just $1.5 billion. Now, this is the tallest building in the world, standing at an impressive 2,722 feet tall. And you could actually build 1,266 of these for that $1.9 trillion stimulus check. Now, I know what you're thinking. What if I just stacked all these buildings up one on top of the other? Well, you would have a 652-mile tall building. Now, this is nowhere close to reaching the moon, but the International Space Station, which orbits an astronomical 254 miles above Earth, would be parking just about halfway up this private tower. Now, all this fancy stuff would sure be nice, but what if they took all $1.9 trillion and just split it up between every man, woman, and child living in the United States?
Every single one of them. And not just the men, but the women and the children too.
With a massive population in excess of 328 million citizens, every person in the United States would be able to walk away with a cool $5,789. Now, while that $5,789 would sure be nice, I think we should go with my original plan and stack quarters all the way up
to the moon.
If you liked our video, be sure to hit that thumbs up as well as smashing the subscribe button for more content like this. This has been Dominic with a Financial Fixation, and I'll see you in the next one.